It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. His guys coming off their first loss of the year don't want to fall to 500 here. Facing off against him, the head coach of the Dolphins. His guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scotch. This is Chase McLaughlin on to handle the opening kick. And here we go, amid a Miami downpour. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Baker now from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're up against it. Fourth down coming up. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
Another one for Judkins. A solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another game to Judkins. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Connects on one to Jameson Williams. Down the left sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. We're going to have a stoppage here as we see an injured player, and it's David Njoku, who's worse for wear following the play. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So Miami headed out for its second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks.
It is caught at the 20. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get 6 points for themselves. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered kid on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in. He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Robinson on the inside give. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Second down pass play coming. He lofts it deep right side. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 5-point first quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Browns 13, Dolphins 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield finds him over the middle. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 8.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Mayfield keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Second quarterback run here. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mayfield on the keeper. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got a
pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punt team on the field. Back deep is Williams. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He has it at the 33. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Browns 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Back to throw. Taken in by Fannin. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And they just get the playoff. And his heave isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our first quarter. That's the end of one here. 13-7 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. And they are passing on the field goal attempt. They're going for this on 4th down. They're going to try to throw for it. Spins out of one side. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Judkins running between the tackles. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They're throwing it. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Throwing from the gun. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points. There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Here's Baker to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. through midfield. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Working on first down. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
A loss of 2.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. I'll throw it. Shakes himself free. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Handoff now to Judkins. Shoots away from one. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Well, there's a case to be made, and a really strong one, that this running back deserves the next touch. I'll tell you this, Kate, defense going to be keyed up on him. Maybe a great time for a little play-action pass, too.
First down, and they go right back to it. There's some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 3.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. One more time with Judkins. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play.
Now third and goal.
Here's a throw. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that grows their lead to 12.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Achane again. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuck in the run.
And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend.
The Browns take over.
Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Judkins up the middle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Taken down at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More from Hard Rock Stadium after this. Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. On the give, here's Judkins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now off the play action. The throw right side, caught by Cannon. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. 2nd and 3 now. To the ground they go with Judkins. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Trying to work quickly now.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Browns 1st down.
Judkins can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. He keeps this one himself. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Pass play coming here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He's back to throw. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And it's the Raiders quarterback. He was sensational all afternoon. This, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Raiders are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is Chase Brown. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away, it's a touchdown. The Bengals have won 2 straight since the Week 2 loss. They go to 3-1 with the victory. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the LA Rams. And it's the Rams quarterback. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Rams are into the win column after 3 defeats to start the year. They get the victory here. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. He'll take this at the 10. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Pass play on first and 10. That's completed right side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Here's Judkins on first down. And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaps field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sacked by this defense, and now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Dolphins bring out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why that sure altered the throw.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. The throw to the right finds Waddle. And he's brought down after a short gain. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd down carry for Achane. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He'll drop this down to Achane. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First and 10 from the 32. Well, come out throwing. Little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
That's incomplete left side.
Intended for number 86. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Floats that one, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First down, here's Baker. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage.
Now hit, Mayfield loses the ball. And this is going to be Browns football.
Oh, man, these sneak plays are pretty chaotic in the middle. Everybody piling in, trying to dive in opposite directions. Either by chance or just well-placed aim, somebody knocked that ball free in the pile, and it was half luck they fell on top of it.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
It leads to
Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again is Baker. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Water makes the catch. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Baker throwing again. Finds his back. Achane. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, let's be honest here. Where that throw was made, he was going to have to get on his horse and run for that first down anyway. You got to haul it in before you can make that man dash.
He dodged the tackle. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He's going to throw it. Yet another grab for Williams. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
It's on target to Williams. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He gets a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Judkins. Rob Frank, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 3-possession game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Browns grow the lead now to 22 points.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Intended for his wideout. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. On now comes their punter. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him.
On the jump.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Now Judkins. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they nearly picked up the first down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying one here with Robinson. They'll have the first down and even more. Gets it to the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns put up even more points in a win. Well, I think they would have been happy just getting a new set of downs, Brock. Instead, he hits a home run.
And you know this, Kate. I love run plays on this down and distance because you usually get man-to-man. And what happens with man-to-man, those guys turn their backs, and if you get a lane, you get a shot. Big plays can follow.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Dolphins just about set up here, first and 10. Pressure coming, Baker. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Baker now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll try to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Give him 13 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll try and run this. And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Mayfield looking to throw on this 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the gun. He just throws this one away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here's Achane from the pistol. Really not developing as they'd hoped. So that's a loss of yardage. Brock, 4th down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. On the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here's Baker to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
13 yards on the play. That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It's Achane on the inside give. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Baker. Throws caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Dolphins trail by 22 now.
36. Dolphins 14.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. To find a way to flush this, because it's just not been their kind of game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
Another game to Judkins. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 on the first down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job. Enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver and run all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
3rd down run from Judkins. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that makes it 4th down. They put a receiver in motion right. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Baker throwing again. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Baker. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Miami.